How to finance a home during a pandemic. If you found this video, chances are this topic relates to you. And I have a lot of answers for you by way of an interview with Andrea Galbraith, the RBC mortgage mobile specialist here in Burlington, that I think will be of great value to you in answering a lot of your questions. If you found value in this content, I'd really love it if you would subscribe to my channel or contact me at the information above. Thanks so much. How to finance a home during a pandemic. Hi, I'm Kristine Newman with Kristine Newman Real Estate at Davenport Realty here in Burlington, Ontario. Wow, these really are unprecedented times, aren't they? And there's so many questions a lot of us have about how we move forward in this environment. One of them may be how you're going to finance either an existing purchase that you've made that is yet to close, or if you were to make a purchase right now, how does the financing work with all this self-isolating and social distancing? Well, I had a great interview with a lady named Andrea Galbraith. She's the RBC mortgage mobile specialist here in town, and she really did answer a lot of my questions. RBC has altered many of their processes. They've brought in new technology that allows them to communicate remotely with people like never before. They've introduced techniques like e-signatures that, as she says, they've talked of for many years, but had never introduced. And so now they were able to do so in order to continue to service their clients and giving people peace of mind and giving them top service is what we're all still trying to do. We're here to try to help each other through this pandemic, and for years to come. A lot of the changes that we're making right now in our industries around the world may prove to be best practices going forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the processes and technology we're introducing now will be with us for years to come and change the way we do business. So it's kind of an exciting time as well in that regard. So anyways, I hope that you do find this of value. I'm going to right now cut over to my interview video with Andrea. If you do at the end of it have any questions, contact Andrea directly or contact me. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Stay safe. And if I can help you out with any other questions you may have, don't hesitate asking me. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Yes, it's Kristine Newman with Kristine Newman Real Estate at Davenport Realty in Burlington, Ontario. And today I've got Andrea Galbraith with me. She is the RBC mobile specialist here in Burlington. And we're going to talk about how, from a mortgage perspective, what changes we're seeing through this pandemic and how some of those changes, those lessons we're learning on how to do business now may change the way we do business going in the future. So, hi, Andrea. Thanks for being with us.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, very welcome. So what are you seeing right now? I mean, I know from a realtor's perspective, there's definitely a slowdown. We are still, essential service because of a number of transactions that remain in the works. So they want to make sure that those can close, as well as not everyone gets to choose when they have to move. And some people are needing to make real estate transitions right now, but definitely not the spring market that we're used to. What are you finding from the RBC mortgage perspective?
Yeah, I think, Kristine, you bring up a few good points. I think that we obviously are not seeing the volumes that we would normally have seen at this time of the year as it relates to purchases. Obviously, we too are essential and the bank is open for business. We are seeing still, to your point, people have to have a place to live. They sold prior to the pandemic, or they simply, need to buy. So we are seeing realtors like yourself who are early adopters to the virtual way of showing homes. We do have clients who are physically seeing homes and following COVID-19 guidelines and social distancing. There are lots of different ways for us to get clients in to see the home. But at the same time, I agree, we are seeing a bit of a slowdown. Prices are staying good though. Prices are they're it's not like people are fire selling. People are just choosing not to possibly list. Even prior to the pandemic, I think you would agree, we saw a real a shortage of inventory. So houses for sale on the market. So I think we're continuing to see that. But by all means, anybody who did buy prior to the pandemic and do have an approval with RBC in place, that approval is firm, and we are definitely closing on time, and working with our realtors to ensure that our clients are taken care of.
Great. And just to clarify, that firm approval, unlike many other lenders, it's at the time that you do the initial review and appraisal. That commitment is firm until closing. You don't revisit that at closing, correct?
Yeah, so unless there's correct, unless there's a substantial change or a financial change to the file, like for example in a builder application, if they added upgrades and the upgrades needed to be added to the mortgage, therefore that application would need to be revisited. But when a client brings a purchase agreement to me pre-pandemic or now, Royal Bank is one of the few lenders who actually provides a firm approval up front. So what that means to a realtor specifically, and more important to the client, is that we take everything up front. We appraise the property up front. We take their income documentation up front. I always talk about an approval as two parts of the pie. Part of the pie, half of the pie is the client and their financial. The other half of the pie is approving the property. And the only way to approve the property is through an appraisal. There are some lenders out there that don't do that appraisal. So, there's surprises close to closing, and that closing may be jeopardized. Whereas RBC, we do it all up front. And we take it straight to closing, working with the realtor and working with the lawyer to make sure the client's taken care of.
Great. Good. That's good to know, especially right now. It gives some added security, doesn't it? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how are you, we're all sitting at home. We're working in our home offices. We were joking earlier before we hit the record button that people always said, oh, you're working from home. But we really are working from home, being very productive. And but how are you working with clients now where you don't have a face-to-face opportunity anymore, or you're taking those right precautions not to? How are you serving your customers now during this pandemic?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I have to say, I'm aging myself here. I've worked for RBC for a very long time. And this is probably one of the times that I am the most proud to be a Royal Banker. RBC actually is leading the charge in virtual meetings. So whether we do that via Zoom or whether we do that via WebEx, if we've worked with clients previously and we know them, then it's simply sending documents to them via our new system, which is electronic signature system, where I can get all the documents sent to the client via this e-sign. So there are ways virtually for us to continue working with clients. I have actually very high volumes right now where I'm helping clients with whether it be refinances, purchases, moving their mortgage from one institution to RBC, and we're doing it very smoothly. We always talked about it for a long time. I think banks talked about going virtual, but RBC came up with it in less than 2 weeks, and it's working. I've used it with numerous clients over the last couple weeks since it went live. Clients like it too. And I mean, what's most important, especially in these times, is keeping our clients safe, keeping our employees safe, and following what the government is requesting us to do, which is stay home. So we absolutely have moved very, we've done that, a quick hockey stop turn,
Yep.
and move towards a really safe, virtual living, work, getting to see client space. So I know a lot of clients out there are dealing with what you and I are dealing with. We're working from home. We have our husbands at home. Our adult children are working from home.
Right.
We've got kids that are on online school, so we're playing, nanny and school teacher and all those things. But at the same time, it's exciting. I think we have a great deal of potential to be able to move forward and really take advantage of some of the virtual options that we have.
Yes. Technology, and everyone getting familiar and confident using technology, like what we're doing right now to communicate, is going to, I think, surpass COVID-19. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert, obviously. I am obviously in the mortgage industry,
Right.
but, from a COVID-19 and the impacts of it, I think it's a positive impact. I think that it will be a new normal. I don't think that we will be, a lot of industries will go back to the way that they operated. I know me, for example, I'm far more efficient. I'm not in the car. I'm not driving and resetting up my desktop every time. I'm not having to go from location to location.
Right.
And, I can connect with a client, I think, as well over what we're doing now, and sending e-signature documents as I can with a face-to-face. I mean, financial advice has actually gotten more robust during this time versus maybe previously, and we will always be available there for a very strong financial advice conversation. That's how I lead with my clients. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a new normal for sure.
Beautiful. What are some of the ways that RBC are helping their clients right now, specifically through this time, either it be a new buyer, a new seller, an existing homeowner, or a client, any client of RBC? How are you helping people right now?
Yeah, again, I think it's a really good question, and I think too a time for me to be very proud to be part of Royal Bank, because they did act very quickly with a number of different programs. I don't know the intricacies of all of the programs, but I do know that there is help for businesses and business lines of credit, business loan deferrals. There is the opportunity for mortgage deferrals. Obviously, wanting to encourage people to have a financial advice conversation with their banker before they do that. But it is definitely an option, and a good one for a lot of people. We have, the interest card, credit card interest reductions that we're seeing, loan deferral, interest deferrals as well. And I mean, there are a lot of other types of programs that are available through the government as well. Your banker also has some information on those, also available on the Government of Canada website. But banks are definitely coming to the table to help their clients. And what I would encourage people to do is to call RBC and have that financial advice conversation. And they can do that several ways. They can call the branch, and the branches are seeing clients via the same virtual spaces that I am. So we definitely have a number of different programs that are available to help when they need it.
Great. And just lastly, there are a lot of people who are had purchased before the pandemic. How are we putting their mind at ease that they'll be able to close? How do we make them feel more comfortable with this?
Yeah, and I think that, obviously those clients who have already have an approval with us, like I said, there's no surprises close to closing. So it's all done. I would have seen clients 2 or 3 months ago. The appraisal's done, their income documentation is verified, it's submitted to to our credit department, and it's approved. So they are meeting with their lawyers this week, and they are signing a lot of cases virtually, and they're closing, no problem. Those who are buying now, the same process applies. We are looking at taking everything up front, doing the appraisals. Our appraisals, the appraisers are following COVID-19 guidelines around distancing. There may not be a need for an on-site appraisal all the time, but if there is one required, then obviously the appraisers are following all of the distancing. If they have to go into the home, they're wearing masks, gloves, not touching anything. Mm-hmm. So those are all still happening in the same way. And again, I would encourage people that who do need to buy, to contact us, and we will take them through as partner, realtor mortgage specialists. We'll take them through the whole process and support them through that. So, definitely business. I won't say business as usual, right. But business is we're going to have to come up with a phrase to coin that, but we're open for business, and we will help you, and we will make it a good experience for you.
That's great. All right. Well, thank you so much. So if someone in the Burlington area wants to get in touch with you, how can we do it?
By all means, my direct line is 905-465-5351. You can go on to RBC's website under Mortgage Specialist Locator. My name is Andrea, Andrea. My last name is Galbraith, Galbraith. And my email is simply my first dot last name at rbc.com. So andrea.galbraith@rbc.com. And I'm more than happy to help those that need it. And I think, like I said, I'm excited. I think that we've got some early adopters, but I think we have a lot of room to grow in this new market, and being able to take advantage of some of the virtual options we have.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Andrea. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe, everyone. Take care of yourselves.
So if you found value in the content of this video and like to learn more about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, I've got some other videos that you can view. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel by clicking on my logo below. I'm Kristine Newman with Kristine Newman Real Estate. See you in the next video.